live at camp and he folded quick. He ain't one West, ain't one West. Nigga walk past, ain't had that one West juice step. Ain't one West, ain't one West, ain't one West. Nigga gave me dap and the dap was weak. We ain't like that. Ain't one West, ain't one West, ain't one West. He wanted to leave the crib cause he walked in and I was cleaning my tab. Ain't one West, ain't one West, ain't one West. They got live at camp and he folded quick. He ain't one rank. He ain't one West, he a straight fraud, he just spying out. At a dance recital with the leggings on, said he trying out. He know how we rock, he know how we roll, he just aficionado. He don't put in no work, but I hear him coming when we popping them bottles. I ain't feeling that, get your ceiling crack, I'm too real for that, you gotta be thorough. Claim me bout it, but he never with it. But guy don't wanna look, that nigga just shit it. If I want that block, I send my niggas get it. Scope the area and send me your image. Pass the flyers out, cause this ain't a gimmick. She bad and she loyal, I have to rip it. Grip, I was a crook of punches, get the flying, now your tongue sticking, but without the ribbon. Remember seeing pigeons, yeah, we broke it down, but we didn't whip it. Now this shit is different, sticks and rulers couldn't measure how we live. Remember long nights posted in the kitchen, I was frustrated about how we living. Felt my hand was forced, had to make decisions. We don't wear purple, we don't sell drugs, we don't like crackers. Over strong, they don't get along, so they don't dap us. And that's cool with me, cause according to us, you did truancy. Like a straight fool, fell in love with demons and you left the school, so I'ma eat your food. Ain't one West, ain't one West, ain't one West. Nigga walk past, ain't had that one West juice step. Ain't one West, ain't one West, ain't one West. Nigga gave me dap and the dap was weak, we ain't like that. Ain't one West, ain't one West, ain't one West. He wanted to leave the crib cause he walked in and I was cleaning my tab. Ain't one West, ain't one West, ain't one West. They got live at camp and he folded quick, he ain't one rank. I'm a straight goon, I'm a straight savage, I'ma let him have it, nigga, shut your mouth. This is not Christian rap, Glocks 940s, I be into that. Debating who real, I'ma put an end to that. Isupk, real one West, roll up the camp and be beating my chest. Feeling in the spirit, about the blazing shit. Pop on fire like I had some K's and shit. T-shirts at the table for our agents in. Hurry up and buy on some Asian shit, pause that. Everybody know Christ black, 2017, you can't fight that. Kill a right hook, they think Mike back. Kill a crossover, Mike back. King of pop, Mike back. Where mommy and poppy at? Someone sooner familiar. Hey yo, watch that nigga. Yeah, he ain't familiar, I'm a big man. We do big things in a big room with the big balls. I don't jump for shit. I ain't crisscross, I'm a rap priest, it's the 6th law. It's left Philly, what it's hitting for? About to go out to Boston, just to find something chocolate. With the thick thighs and the soft eyes. He ain't one West, I don't know the guy. I come in the paint, get him posterized. And my jacket stamp, bitch, I'm notarized. He ain't one West, I don't know the guy. He ain't one West, ain't one West, ain't one West. Nigga walk past, ain't had that one West juice step. He ain't one West, ain't one West, ain't one West. Nigga gave me dap and the dap was weak, we ain't like that. Ain't one West, ain't one West, ain't one West. He wanted to leave the crib cause he walked in and I was cleaning my tab. Ain't one West, ain't one West, ain't one West. They got live at camp and he folded quick, he ain't one rank.
Shut down YC. Isupk. The home of the truth, nigga. Started out in one West, nigga. Isupk. The home of the truth, nigga. Started out in one West, nigga. Year 2007 has gone. A leader was born. His name is Commander General Johnathan. Year is on. New 7 has born. I took my oath, nigga. Nigga, I swore to Isupk. It's the only fucking way. One West to the death until they bury me. Hennessy, Alizé, big bottle of scotch. 125 at the block, and where we set up shop. I catch a body at camp. You run on to Zaria. So hold your peace. When he speak, when he teach, before I reach for that peace and clear that street, I was never humble, always a beast. I let it fly for the most high, Yahweh Shai, L Cool J, homie. I'm that type of guy. And for the heathen, I'm the only one standing. If it's you and I, Isupk, 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 huh? The home of the truth, nigga. Started out in one West, nigga. Isupk, 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 the home of the truth, nigga. Started out in one West, nigga. Isupk, 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 what? Isupk, the home of the truth, nigga. Started out in one West, nigga. Yahweh Ben Hashem, Yahweh Shai Barak the third. Yo, man. Yo, get back to that 1969 Isupk shit, man. I want to hear that 1969 Isupk. We the children of God, Yasha'Allah, and we only pray to Almighty Yahweh and do the commandments like His Son Yahweh Shai. Don't think we soft, nigga. Yeah, you could die. We not Christian, we don't believe all is everybody. If it ain't about the 12 tribe, fuck everybody. And that's a statement. You need to stop hating. You can't prove we Africans, so stop debating. I was stuck in a hard place, a hard time behind a rock, thinking I was Muslim. So I seen the Isupk, big homie to Zaria, battling Imam Bashir. I bet Bashir is a woman, that's the secret of the year. Your philosophies can't clap back. Africa don't mean you black. Tell Sinetta that. Tell Polite to cross the fucking line and fall the fuck back. You hear me, nigga? I'm with some real niggas at the Passover, nigga, drinking liquor. Isupk. What?
Don't have messed up, no. Bad news is to beat your home, nigga. Yeah. Go on, get on that ass real quick one time. 144, baby.
They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this low, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our core. Wait up, let me make a call right quick. I'ma start another war. I was hurting when she left, but I don't care about anymore. I need a bad Selena like my Nina Puffer Ford. Took a sock, watch the dark. Matter of fact, like a dart. Any problem, let them come. We gon' snatch they soul like Shane Shaw. Put them out of service, keep them tools like Miss Hopper. Try to hope me, it's way too late. I'm headed straight to the safe. Throw that one up like a trophy. I'm that nigga, ain't no debate. Throw them boys, we taking note. Call them up like at the day. This shit a piece of yeah, my bitches came from Whole Foods. Told them put on that top 3. Then bring me my house shoes. Don't make excuses, make moves. These niggas ungrateful, gotta show them UPK rules. I make hits like I can't lose. They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this low, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm too hardcore. Yeah, I just got off the call. I'ma start another war. Spit a plate up with my niggas. Get your knife and your fork. He ain't locked in with the counting, but just speaking to me fart. Yeah, I just took the floor. Ain't no cowards in my campaign. They can't stop the campaign. Tell them bring the champagne. They know I'm a
UPK, 1 West 104th Street, Commander Junior Hunter, UPK, no cows, no excuses. You understand? Go ahead and let them have it, all right?
Count on one car. Every time. Revenge, Lord knows I should name you niggas. IUIC. You left the truth back in the days, we can't claim you niggas. IUIC. You locking niggas up scared as fuck, I can't blame you niggas. IUIC. We the prophets and priests with them precepts, you run up, I change you niggas. IUIC. You niggas say niggas like niggas ain't shit. Hating your brothers with worse as it gets. You bitches can't sing it, your verses ain't shit. Your body gon' burn in the bottomless pit. You niggas ain't Judah, you niggas is Judas. Niggas got lineups, you niggas is foolish. Locking up niggas and falsely accusing. Forcing my hand, nigga, why would you do this? You took off the shield, nigga, what is you doing? Schism is real and you causing confusion. You say that you famous, you niggas is losing. Let me remind you who precepts you using. UPK even winning with music. Thought you could see us, so what is you using? Trying to stop the most powerful movement by causing niggas to be fighting and feuding. Oh, you African now? Chasing the African crowd, seeking the Africans out. Thinking you Paul, you ain't Paul at all, nigga. We know what Africans about. You fuck with pussy, stool, pigeons, sold out. Took a bag snitch and couldn't get a second wife, so you stayed Christian. Took a bitch, put some Hebrews in prison for a pigeon. Nigga, this 1 West. Straight out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem. This 1 West, West. This 1 West, West. This 1 West, West. This 1 West, West.
Original ISUK out of 1 West, Harlem, New York, under Commander Junior Hunter. The original school. You put it back, it's gonna learn to bow down to the truth and to the true prophets of the Lord. You understand me? It's going down, ISUK. The takeover's in full effect. God damn it. Yeah.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. This is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge under Commander General Johanna, straight out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. You know what I'm saying? I'm priest and officer of 1,000 Rakar Ariyar. Hitting you off with these scriptures out of Boston. You know what I'm saying? First, let me greet my brothers and sisters. Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah Barakatha to my brothers. Yahweh Shema Ilathah Hashem, Yahweh Shah to my sisters. And today, we're going to talk about Johnathan Majors. You know, he had a little come up. You know what I'm saying? Anything's a come up from them. You know what I'm saying? Anything's a come up from them. And maybe he learned his lesson. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he learned his lesson and understand that he should always stay home. You know what I'm saying? He should always be with a black woman because it's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? Despite what Papoose and Remy's going through, maybe black love may survive. You know what? I know it survives in the ISUPK. Black love is real here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to ask y'all to do me a favor. If you're on TikTok, tap that screen. Tap it. If you're on Facebook, YouTube, comment, like, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Do what you got to do. But, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to get into it a bit. There we go. I don't know what happened right there. But we're not supposed to show these other nations any type of mercy, period. No mercy at all. And these are the words of the Lord. So to get our land, we had to kick out 7 nations. We're supposed to kill them and utterly destroy them, lay them to waste. We're not supposed to make any covenant with the survivors, you know what I'm saying, or show them any type of mercy. So we see them begging for coins on the street. We're supposed to look past them. Show them no mercy. Let's continue. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. We ain't supposed to make marriages with them. Now, why? Because marriage is a covenant. Marriage is a covenant between a man and a woman, right? It's a covenant between a man and a woman, but not just that. It's a covenant between 2 families, too. It's a covenant between 2 families when 2 families become one, right? Now, let me explain something. Back in the day, in medieval times, when 2 families were warring with each other to gain peace, one would marry the other's children. The children would marry, so they become one family that have no reason to fight. That's something that we're not supposed to be doing with those 7 nations. We're not supposed to be making marriages with them. And it gets in specifics too. You know what I'm saying? It gets in specifics, right? It said, neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his sons. You ain't supposed to be giving your daughters to their sons. You see the type of sick stuff they do? You're giving your princess to their sons. You don't even have to go far to know the type of sick stuff they do. Epstein's list just came out. Look at the sick stuff they do. You know what I'm saying? Amalek just had a tunnel underneath their synagogue. That's why they call it the synagogue of Satan. They had little mattresses with all types of weird stains on it. They had a baby seat down there. What is a baby seat doing in this dark, dingy tunnel? Because they are doing weird stuff that you are making your daughter affiliated with. They do weird stuff. And you wonder why your daughter's going to be on OnlyFans showing her feet. Because you allowed her to marry some weirdo. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. Nor his daughters shalt thou take unto thy sons. We ain't supposed to take their daughters unto our sons. We're not supposed to take their daughters, add their daughters to our families, so our sons could be running from them like Johnathan Majors did. So our sons can feel what a golf club feels across the head, just like what's that golf club do? Tiger Woods do. So our sons can know what it feels like to be called rape upon, like Emmett Till did. You know what I'm saying? We ain't supposed to be letting our sons be with their daughters. This is what the scripture is saying, right? Let's continue. For they will turn away thy son from following me. Oh, man. Now, this says it will turn thy sons from following him, right? This is a cause and effect type thing. This is what gets the Christian church confused, because the Christian church like to believe that this is a religious thing. It's not a religious thing. You know what I'm saying? It's not a religious thing, because the simple fact is, in verse 1, it was nations. It wasn't gods. It wasn't religions. It wasn't spiritualities. These were 7 nations that we was told not to lay with. You know what I'm saying? So those 7 nations we should not be laying with. You know what I'm saying? That's just at this point. But there's dozens of scriptures against it. You know what I'm saying? This swirling. Swirling is against God. And hopefully you're understanding that just with this scripture alone. If you're not, I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for you. But let's continue. For they will turn thy sons from following me, that they may serve other gods. But what about your daughter? Didn't you give your daughter to them? Why is it only worried about the son? Because this is just a repercussion. This isn't the law itself. The law didn't say you can't sleep with, you know what I'm saying, people from other religions. It didn't say that. It says 7 other nations. Shalom, Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shabbat. What's going on, trooper? It says 7 other nations, not 7 other religions, not 7 other spiritualities, not 7 other false gods. This is a law against interracial relationships. Because generally, even to this day, every nation has its own spirituality. Even with the blending, even with the mixing, it still goes against God. Even with this what they call it, melting pot world, a lot of religions, that's the difference between what we're talking about, because being an Israelite is not a religion. It's a birthright. And our God is the power of our people, not the power of our religion. Anybody could join any religion. There are Asian Christians. There are Arab Buddhists. You know what I'm saying? There are white people that follow Krishna, which is an East Indian religion. And all other people have gods that resemble their people. Except for Black, Hispanic, and Native people. We have a God that look like Brad Pitt. That's how you know something's wrong. And that's how you know religion is not about, spirituality in your beliefs, in your customs and culture is not open to the public. It's not something that's good for a melting pot, because originally everybody's spiritual customs was subject to those people. Back in the day, anybody couldn't be a Buddhist. Back in the day, anybody couldn't be a follow Krishna. Everybody couldn't be a Taoist. Everybody, so forth and so on. Back in the day, everybody couldn't follow the hundreds and thousands of African spiritualities. No. Your spiritual power belonged to your people, to your nation. So those 7 nations, yeah, they had different spiritual powers, but it wasn't the spiritual powers or spiritual beliefs that was mentioned. What was mentioned simply was the nation. And that's what we must stay from. So let's continue. Verse 4, for they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you and destroy thee suddenly. Like that. This swirling upsets the Most High. This swirling gets the Most High's anger against you. This swirling is not a good thing. What you don't understand is that this swirling, that this mixing of this melting pot is why the flood was caused. The flood was caused by that. You know what I'm saying? The Most High didn't want the daughters, the son of man, the son of the power sleeping with the daughters of men. That means Israelites, or the chosen people at that time of Noah, to sleep with those who were not chosen, those who were outsiders, those who were the flesh of your flesh, or blood of your blood, or bone of your bone. No, you cannot be with them. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. Verse 5, but thus shall ye deal with them, Ye shall destroy their altars. This is how we're supposed to deal with other nations. We're supposed to destroy their altars, right? And break down their images and cut down their groves and burn their graven images with fire. So their spirituality is supposed to be broken. Their images, you know what I'm saying? Their even their groves, you know what I'm saying? That's supposed to be burnt down. You're supposed to cut down. They ain't supposed to have a grape to be tilled next year. They're supposed to be hungry, starving. We're supposed to destroy them. That's how we're supposed to deal with them. They are not our people. We're supposed to love each other. Let's continue. Verse 6. For thou art an holy people. It's because we are a holy people. Who knows what the word holy means? If you know what the word holy means, type it in. And while others who low-key might be admitting they don't know what holy is, share, like the class, tap the screen, do something. Do something. You know what I'm saying? Do something. Give me a sec. Give me a second. Anybody type it in? Who knows? Who knows what it means? If you know what it means, type it in. What does the word holy mean? If you don't know what it means, just say you don't. That's how I know to switch it up. That's how I know to change it. But bear with me one sec. Okay, if you don't know what it means, let me tell you what it means. The word holy means to be separate. The word holy means to be set apart from everybody else. We're not like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to be different. We're supposed to be better. We're supposed to be stronger. You know what I'm saying? We're not supposed to be doing what they do. If an Asian wants to marry an East Indian, that law wasn't given to them, but it was given to us. It was given to us as Black, Hispanic, and Native people. You know what I'm saying? But we are supposed to be a holy people, a set apart people. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. Unto the Lord thy power. We're supposed to be a special, set apart people. Unto the Lord thy power, unto our power, the only true and living God there is. That's what we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be special and set apart just for him. Like everybody else, they could be for everybody else and whatever God their imagination could conjure up. They don't belong to the Most High. The Most High says Israel belongs to him. Let's continue. The Lord thy God have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself. He has chosen us to be a special people. That means out of all the other nations that have been upon this earth, they weren't chosen. Only one set of group was chosen. Only one. And who was that group? Black, Hispanic, and Native people. That's who. Nobody else. Nobody else was chosen. So that law of staying away from everybody else, not marrying everybody else, but for us. You know what I'm saying? Let's finish it off. Above all people, not religions. It doesn't say all religions. It says all people. All people that are upon the face of the earth. All these people that are upon the face of the earth. That's who it is. Those are the people that we should not be marrying, because we are above them. Why did Jonathan Majors settle for that Snow Dog? Why did he settle for the Snow Dog? Why? When Megan Good was above her. And I'm happy that the brother sees it now. And you know that's why she was chasing him down. She was chasing him down. She seen the word Megan and Good combined together in his phone, try to snatch the phone out of his hand. He was out. My man was track star. Because she knew that black woman was a threat to her meal ticket. Jonathan Majors was just a meal ticket to her. And that's what you need to understand, black men. We are just meal tickets to them. Period. That's all we are. Either the meal could be financial, the meal could be sexual. But you're going to feel something for her. You're going to fulfill something for her that doesn't complete a marriage. She ain't going to be down for you. You see, she just let Jonathan Majors just get nailed to the what they call those things that the judge sits on. The podium pew, I don't know, whatever the judge sits on, he would just nail to that. He would just slaughter it right there. All his endorsements and movie deals gone, and she allowed it. All because he fell in love with a black woman. You know what I'm saying? But let's get with it. Let's drop that. Let's get Tobit 4 and 12. If you don't know, if you got a regular plain, you know what I'm saying, King James version without the Apocrypha, guess what? That's cool. Because we live in this world of technology where you can just Google it. Tobit is a part of this set of books called the Apocrypha, which was a set of books that the Roman Catholic Church took out of the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Just so they could continue their dogma. Oh, I showed them wrong. So they could just continue their dogma and oppress us, really. It's to oppress us. That's what it's really for. You know what I'm saying? But let me get there with you. Tobit 4 and 12. Shall I start higher? Nah. Good scriptures up higher, but I want to get to the meat and potatoes. Tobit, chapter 4, verse 12. Beware of all whoredom, my son. This person is informing their child to beware of all whoredoms. What is a whoredom? Whoredom could be described in two ways: a sexual deviancy or a spiritual deviancy. You know what I'm saying? So we're supposed to beware of all whoredom. You're supposed to tell your kids to beware of all whoredom. Let's continue. And chiefly, take a wife of the seed of thy fathers. Let me tell you something. Megan Good is of the seed of Jonathan Majors' fathers. What does that mean? Does that mean they're blood related? Are they cousins or something like that? No, not literally. But they are of the same nation. They are of the same bloodline. You know what I'm saying? They are family. Blood of my blood, flesh of my flesh. You know what I'm saying? So this person is teaching his son to take a wife of their own bloodline. Why not just love who you love? Why can't you just love who you love? I thought that's what the Bible was all about. Ain't that what Christianity says? Love is love. Guess who else says love is love? Guess who else says that? The people who wave that rainbow flag, they say that. They say that all the time, but we all know that's an abomination to the Lord. You know who else says it? You know who else says love is love? Members of NAMBLA. You know what NAMBLA is? The National Association of Men Boy Love in America. pedophiles. Pedophiles say love is love. At some point, you're going to have some type of standards and dignity about who you love. You can't love everybody. You got to have some type of preference. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. And take not a strange woman to wife. Don't take a strange woman to wife. What is a strange woman? What is a strange woman to wife? Strange woman is a woman that you ain't familiar with. A woman that ain't a part of your culture. Who don't do things that you do. You know what I'm saying? Like the life we live today, we didn't always live that. It was forced upon us. We are living a lot like that. We got to break off from that. And then you'll see much clearly how they are strange people. Let me explain. Let me do a little comedy with it. Black women, oh, y'all could cook. Oh, man. Y'all can make some potato salad. You know what I'm saying? Y'all might slice up some onions. You know what I'm saying? Celery. Some might even stretch it out to peppers. You know, chop up the potatoes, you know. I ain't giving y'all my whole recipe, so don't get excited. But not one black woman would say let's add raisins. Not one black woman would say let's add cranberries. No, we would not say that. No, potato salad is not meant to be sweet. We got one weird auntie in our family that might venture out and put a little bit of sugar in it. We look at her like she's crazy. She is not allowed to bring potato salad to the functions. She's acting strange. She probably has some friends that are strange people. But yes, our sons should not be marrying strange women. This is another scripture against swirling. This is another scripture against interracial relationships. Let's continue. To wife, which is not of thy father's tribe, for we are the children of the prophets. We are the children of the prophets. That's all 12 tribes. So let's talk about Abraham. Let's talk about Noah, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We are their seed. We're supposed to be sticking together, loving each other, being holy, like the scripture says. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. Prophets, no, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, remember, my son, that our fathers from the beginning, even that they all married wives of their own kindred. Like when it's saying kindred, they ain't meaning, you know, their sisters or nothing. Meaning that they are family. They are blood. They are that nation. You know what I'm saying? We are all one blood. Only black, Hispanics, and natives. We are one blood. And those are who you are allowed to marry. Let's continue. Even they that, Salakia, even that they all married wives of their own kindred and were blessed in their children, and their seed shall inherit the land. Like, think about it. You give your daughter to, let's say you're a black man, you only have one daughter, and you give your daughter to a heathen. Like, I don't know if y'all seen the movie Killers of the Flower Moon, but that's the perfect example. Is it called Killers of the Flower Moon? Something like that. That's the perfect example of what I'm talking about right here. Because you give your daughter to these strange men, and then when you die, believe me, everything's going to go to your daughter, and then your daughter will suddenly die. Your daughter will suddenly die now. Everything belongs to them. And guess what he do? He's going to marry somebody of his flesh. Now, all that native brothers and sisters oil now belongs to our oppressor. Interracial relationships messed that up. That what killed that. And the same thing with your sons. You leave everything to your son, then your son all of a sudden gets poisoned to death. Guess who owns everything now? That mother, who probably did everything in her power not to have kids with him. Took all types of Plan B, birth control. This is the type of things you got to look for. Because if we stick together, we will have some. If we stick together, you know what I'm saying, we'll have a new Black Wall Street. You know what I'm saying? But the problem is we're not sticking together as a people. Like the scripture says. You know what I'm saying? Like, shall I read more? I'm going to read one more verse. Now, therefore, my son, love thy brethren and despise not in thy heart thy brethren. Like, you're supposed to be loving your people. And you're not supposed to be despising them. Why would you despise your brother's, you know what I'm saying? Not literally your blood brother, your brother's daughter, your people's own daughter, your people's daughter who wants to marry you. Why would you despise that man by rejecting her? And showing that you want something more pale and bland and put raisins in potato salads or fries up all types of weird animals and feeds it to you. Or, you know what I'm saying, cooks with their dirty hands. Like, no. Nothing's better than a Black, Hispanic, or Native woman. Nothing's cleaner. Nothing's smarter. Nothing. So why would you reject them for somebody else? Why would you reject something that's meant for you for somebody else? Why? Well, let's continue. Thy sons and daughters of thy people, and not taking a wife of them, for in pride is destruction and trouble. Like, understand this. The only reason why we do the swirl, why we marry women outside of our nation, why sisters marry brothers outside of their nation, is because of pride and hurt. That's why. Brothers been hurt by some females and think that Black women ain't worth nothing. That's what this old gender war is about, which is absolutely disgusting. It's a vile and disgusting thing. That's what this whole gender war is about. And it ain't worth anybody's time to get into because it's all lies and cap anyway. Nobody is more loyal to Black men than Black women. Unfortunately, us Black men haven't reciprocated that very well. Yes, Black women are more loyal to Black men than Black men are to Black women. And the problem with that is that it's destroying them, and it's an insult to your own people when you don't reciprocate such things. When you choose somebody who is not of the same ilk, not of the same breed, not of the same makeup, you are insulting your own people. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. And in lewdness is decay. It is a lewd thing. What is a lewd thing? What is lewd? Let's look up the definition of lewd. Let's look up them. We ain't going with the Oxford. We're going with the Merriam. All right, I'm about to share screen. Let's see what lewdness is. Unfortunately, those on TikTok, y'all just gonna have to bear with me to read it because y'all not on the YouTube or the Facebook, because TikTok wants our money to multi-stream, and it's not worth it when you get kicked off for saying any little thing. But lewd, adjective, definition 1A, obscene, vulgar. Lewd is obscene or vulgar. That's what lewdness is. It's something that's obscene or vulgar. Right? Let's continue. Sexually unchaste or lascivious. That means something that can't control its sexual prowess. It can't. It has no self-control. It has no self-control. It just can't. Like for example, sisters. You ever seen a dude that just wants to have sex with every woman that he sees? He's lascivious. He's sexually unchaste. He is obscene. He is vulgar. These women on OnlyFans that just want to show their body for attention. They are obscene. They are vulgar. You know what I'm saying? That's what interracial relationships is equated to. That's what not picking a woman of your own nation is equated to. It's equated to something that is only of a sexual nature. It's only of a sexual nature, and your pride in it is because you've been hurt so much by women of your own nation that you think the grass is green on the other side, and it's not. The grass is not green on the other side. Hold on. Shalom, Gregory Jasmine. Shalom. Yahabashim Yahweh Shabarakatah. The grass is not green on the other side, man. The grass is very vile, very dry, very brown. It's horrible. It's probably a desert dry land because these people have no benefits for you. Are they going to suck you dry and just leave you for the birds, man? But let's drop that. No, let's finish it off. For in pride is destruction, and much trouble, and in lewdness is decay and great want. Like if you notice, all these powerful black men that date outside their people. Let's take Kobe Bryant. He had a woman of his people. He had a nice Hispanic sister. And what did he do? He decided to deal with a woman outside of his people. Have a little side fling with a woman outside of his people. And look what happened to him. My man got, had to go. He got that stain on him forever of being a sexual predator. And the man's dead. You know what I'm saying? The man is dead. Like you deal with them, something bad is going to happen to you. I'm pretty sure Tiger Woods still got a headache. Kanye's mind haven't been right since he got with that woman. Now that he left her, he got with another one. His mind ain't getting better. Kanye's mind won't get better till he gets with a sister that can make him some quality food like his mama used to. That's all he misses. He misses his mama's cooking. That's what it is. Kanye misses his mama's cooking and don't know what to do with himself. You know what I'm saying? Till he gets some of his mama's cooking, he's going to be lost forever. You know what I'm saying? But let's drop that. Let's get Nehemiah 13 and 23. Forgive me for my cold, y'all. Oh, my bad. Hopefully I'm better next week to have a smoother class. But I'm going to do something again tomorrow, though. No sickness is going to hold me down. You know what I'm saying? So let's get with it. Oh, what I say, Nehemiah? I didn't even get to the scripture. Hold on. Nehemiah, chapter 13, verse, shall I start higher? I'll start with 23. In those days also saw I Jews that had married wives of Ashdod, of Ammon, and of Moab. So there was Israelites, once again, breaking God's laws about swirling, breaking God's laws about, loving each other. So Nehemiah, a prophet of God, see men marrying women that is not of their bloodline. Let's continue. And their children spoke half in the speech of Ashdod and could not speak in the Jews' language, and according to the language of each people. So they wasn't even speaking their language of their forefathers. They wasn't speaking that Lashawan Kodash. They wasn't speaking Hebrew. They were speaking English, French, Chinese. Well, let's stick with this scripture. They're speaking Chinese and Japanese, and I forgot who Ashdod was, who Ashdod is today. I think they're Arabic or maybe African or something. I forgot. But they're not speaking Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? They're speaking a bastardized language. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. But according to the language of each people, verse 25, and I contended with them and cursed them and smote certain of them. So he was upset about seeing this. He was upset about brothers breaking this law again. Now your children are losing the ways and our customs, which is something black people have no problem doing today. We have no problem giving up our culture and customs, which is something that we lost a long time ago. When we create something and make something new, we give it away with no issue. Give it away with no issue. We got to stop that. Salaki. I should be tapping that screen. And if you got any questions, man, or even if you got any smoke, I ain't scared of smoke, especially on this subject. If you got any smoke, type it on in too. You know what I'm saying? But let's continue. And smote certain of them and plucked off their hair and made them swear by God, saying, ye shall not give your daughters unto their sons. Like he put hands on them. This is a prophet of God. Like, I know the Christian church got y'all thinking the prophets of God were nice people. No, if you was not following God's laws, your head would roll. You would catch those hands. You would have to feel some pain. They did not like the disrespect. Period. Never did they like it. But let's continue. Plucked off their hair and made them swear by God, saying, ye shall not give your daughters unto their sons, nor take their daughters unto your sons, or for yourselves. Like, you ain't even supposed to be doing it, man. You're not even supposed to be doing it. You're not supposed to be giving your daughters to their sons or taking their daughters into your sons. Because that's how you end up hitting the head with a golf club like Tiger Woods. End up in jail like Bill Cosby was. You know what I'm saying? Have a stain on your perfect, like Kobe was like squeaky clean. He was squeaky clean. Now he even in death, if I remember correctly, even in death, they were bringing up his sexual assault charge. Even in death. You know what I'm saying? All because he dealt with a woman that wasn't of his nation. Swirling is a sin against God. You could doubt me. You don't have to even like it. But what I'm saying is the truth. You know what I'm saying? If you agree, tap the screen. If you don't, still tap the screen. I don't care. If you got any questions, type them on in. You know what I'm saying? Any questions at all, type them on in. Okay, let's continue with it. Did not Solomon, king of Israel, sin by these things? Like those last three scriptures we was talking about was interracial relationships. A lot of people like to believe Solomon's sin was having so many wives. No, his sin was so many wives that wasn't of his own people. So much swirling. Solomon was the McDonald's ice cream machine where the chocolate and the vanilla is the only thing that works. The swirl is the only thing that pumped out ice cream. The vanilla didn't come out by itself, and the chocolate never came out by itself. That's what Solomon did. He broke God's law about swirling. That's what Solomon sinned by those things. Let's continue. Yet among many nations was there no king like them. There was no king like King Solomon. Nobody was as wise as him, even to this day. But even he fell to his lasciviousness. You know what I'm saying? His lust, his vulgarness to be with other women. Even he fell by that. I'll give you another one. Even Solomon. Everybody like to think Solomon fell because of his hair. No, Solomon fell because he married a woman that was not of his people. Remember, the woman was being enticed by the enemy to find out his secrets. You think his hair was really what was making him strong? No, it was the Most High. It was the Most High that was making him strong. It wasn't his hair. Anybody could grow long braids. Well, I can't anymore. I used to. But it wasn't his hair. His hair was just to prove a point, man. Stop loving these women and stop giving them all this information, period. If he never married a woman that was not of his nation, if he never swirled and he told that woman that was of his nation, he probably still alive. Well, not still, but he probably wouldn't went out like that. He probably be A-okay. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. Who was beloved of his God, and God made him king over all Israel. Nevertheless, even him did outlandish women cause to sin. Outlandish women. Wow. Time to get up in that dictionary again. Let's look up outlandish. See what type of women these were. Let me share my screen real quick. Outlandish, another adjective, a word that describes another word, right? These are outlandish women, right? Definition 1. Of or related to another country. Oh, man. I thought love was love, everybody. I thought the Christian church said you could love whoever your heart desires. No, his love an outlandish women that's not of his country, of his people. That's what he did. Let's continue. Strikingly out of the ordinary, bizarre. So foreign women, bizarre women. Because if you think about it, our press is quite bizarre. Remote from civilization. Yeah, the further you go down, the least like it is. You know what I'm saying? That's what's his issue. Loving these outlandish women. Women that's not of his people. You know what I'm saying? Let's finish it up. Shall we then hearken unto you to do all this great evil? Should we hearken unto the Christian church that promotes interracial relationships, or to these bitter women who has not gotten over their pain that black men have caused them, or to these bitter men that want to grab up passports and go to some place where they're going to most likely get arrested? Should we listen to them instead of loving our own, instead of listening to the Most High? Let's continue. To transgress against our God and marrying strange women, should we do that? Should we listen to the passport bros? Should we listen to these women on, I forgot the name of the show. I don't even watch it, to be honest. I just see clips. But it's a group of women that just like to talk bad about black men. There's a bunch of shows that like to talk bad about black women. Should we be listening to these people? Should we listen to the Christian church? Should we listen to the politics of today? Should we do that, or should we just love each other like the Most High wants? I choose the latter. You know what I'm saying? I choose the latter. Let's go to Nehemiah. Salaki, y'all. All right. Judges. Oh, I ain't even there. Actually, let's start with 5. Judges chapter 3, verse 5. And the children of Israel dwelt among the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Amorites, the Perizzites, and Hivites, and Jebusites. This is where we dwelt. We dwelt among them, which is not a good thing. We ain't supposed to be dwelling among nobody. We're supposed to be a separate and holy people, right? Let's continue. And they took their daughters to be their wives, and gave their daughters to their sons, and served their gods. That's the problem. That's the cause and effect. That's what you don't understand. That's the cause and effect. Remember growing up, who dragged daddy to church every day? Who dragged daddy to church? It was mama. And if you marry a heathen mama, guess what? She's dragging daddy to a mosque, to a church, to a Buddhist temple, to some type of Ishi synagogue. That's where she's bringing daddy. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. And the children of Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord, and forgot the Lord their God, and served Baalim and the groves. That's the problem. That's the problem. We started serving their other gods. That's what happens every time we marry them. Christianity is not the God of Israel. Christ ain't even the God of Israel. The Most High is the God of Israel. Christ is our King. You know what I'm saying? Allah is not our power. Buddha, none of them is our power. But we're going to keep on falling for them. We're going to keep on running into them, doing things for them and with them. And it's just upsetting our power. Getting our power upset. You know what I'm saying? So let's drop that. Let's go to Esdras. Let's get back to the Apocrypha. No, actually, no. Let's go to 1 Kings. 11, I believe 1 through 3. And if you got any questions, type them in. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget to type the screen. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget to tap the screen at all. You know what I'm saying? Get your tap on. But what I say? All right. But first Kings chapter 11, verse 1. But King Solomon loved many strange women. That's the thing. He loved many strange women. That was his sin. We just read it. He loved many strange women. Not the fact that he loved many women. The fact that he loved many strange women. Let's continue. Together with the daughters of Pharaoh. Who are the daughters of Pharaoh? The daughters of Pharaoh are the Egyptians. He is loving these Africans. Us as Israelites ain't supposed to be loving no Africans. The women of Moab, those are the women of China. Women of Ammon, Moab and Ammon are mostly Asia, but Ammon is more of Japanese. That's why when you look at them, they look like they have a certain type of syndrome that points in the downward direction. Edomites. Who are the Edomites? See, he was loving strange women like Edomites. Let me tell you who the Edomites are. Edomites are Caucasians. Edomites are the Ishis. You know what I'm saying? Those are Edomites. Zidonians, which I believe are Arabic, and Hittites, I believe, is Africans. More other Africans. He was loving all these type of women. He was just loving them. Yes. Loving them down, giving them all his riches. That's what he was doing. Which is an abomination. But let's continue. Of the nations concerning which the Lord said unto the children of Israel, ye should not go into them. Like, we ain't supposed to be going into these nations. You heard the language of it? He told the children of Israel, you should be not going into these nations. That means you should not be having sexual intercourse with these nations. Should not be involved with these nations. Should not be making covenants with these nations. In fact, you're supposed to be mean and cruel to them. Let's continue. Neither shall they come in unto you. That means, you know what I'm saying, they shouldn't even be coming in unto our daughters, man. They shouldn't be trying to, become a part of this family. We shouldn't be, accepting their daughters unto our sons. None of that. For surely they will turn away your heart after their gods. Solomon clave unto these in love. Like Solomon, he did these things. Solomon, he loved these other women. And it's perfectly okay if a man loves his wife. If he didn't know the truth before, see, Solomon knew. He knew better. But a lot of us out there don't understand due to the Christian church that this swirling is wrong. A lot of us don't even understand that. So we're going to get into relationships with other people. And if you love that person, that's okay. You're supposed to love your woman. You're supposed to stay with her too. But let me tell you something. As you grow in this truth, there's only so much you can hear without chucking the deuces herself. There's only so many ways of your life that she can actually live. You think you're going to tell a Caucasian they can't eat pork, crab, shrimp, lobster? And you're going to tell them that? They the ones dying of diabetes from it. It's us. They could eat that and be perfectly healthy. You know what I'm saying? These laws were for us, not for them. Not for them, period. But let's continue. And verse 3, and he had 700 wives. Right? He had 700 wives, princesses, and 300 concubines. Concubines are wives that you gain from war, right? They still his wives. They just was obtained in a different way. Like you slaughtered her whole family, now you got to take care of her. You know what I'm saying? And his wives turned away his heart. Those wives turned away his heart, man. Those wives turned away his heart. And they ended up making him basically following other faiths, following other beliefs, following other gods, and abandoning his people and his power, right? Verse 4. For it came to pass when Solomon was old that his wives turned away his heart after other gods, and his heart was not perfect with the Lord, his God. See? That's what happens when you deal with these other people. You're going to be living in a bad light in the Most High's eyes because you're no longer doing what the Most High says do. These women probably were seducing him to eat all types of oysters and crabs and pork, and who knows what type of sin they drove our king to do. Dealing all types of, who knows, drugs, I don't know. He probably dealing all types of madness because he left his power. And there's no limits to what can happen once you do that. You know what I'm saying? But let's drop that. Now, oh man. Now let's go to First Esdras in the Apocrypha, 8:69. All right, if you're there, you're there. Read along with me. Give y'all a couple more seconds to get there. Actually, let's start with 68. Now, when these things were done, the rulers came unto me and said, the nations of Israel, the princes, the priests, the Levites, have not put away from them the strange people of the land. Let me tell you something. Us in America, us in UK, us in Jamaica, Brazil, Guatemala, Mexico, us all over this place, Haiti, DR, us as a people, Black, Hispanic, and natives, we have not put away the people that's surrounding about us. How do you put people that's all around? How do you put them away? How do you put people that you dwell amongst away? You are amongst them. How do you put them away? I'll give you a couple seconds to think of it. Let me tell you something. You put them away by not doing the things they do, not following their cultures, not marrying them, not making no covenants with them. That's how you put them away. That's how you have nothing to do with them. You know what I'm saying? Let's read that again. The nation of Israel, the princes, the priests, the Levites, have not put away from them the strange people of the land. We have not put away these strange people. I know this is being said back then, but it applies today. You have to hear this out. You are not putting them away. That's why you celebrate Christmas. That's why you believe in horoscopes. That's why you celebrate, New Year's, Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, birthday. That's why you do, because you can't put them away. That's why you do the things they do. You're doing all the drugs they do because you can't put them away. You want to be just like them. You can't put them away. So you do what they do. And this scripture was being said back then, over 2,000 years ago. This was in the when the Greeks were on the rise. The Greeks ain't even in full power when this was said. There's a bunch of nations fighting over power. It's basically like a world war happening back then. And we just can't put them away. We can't come together. We can't love each other. We were doing this back then. We are doing the same thing today. That's why I'm happy Johnathan Majors got with a black woman. He put that dog away. Hopefully he never goes back and returns back to his vomit. Hopefully he never does that again. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. Nor the pollutions of the Gentiles, to wit, of the Canaanites, Hittites, Perizzites, Jebusites, and Moabites, Egyptians, and Edomites. This is like almost every group of people that is on the planet. We could not put them away. We were doing everything they're doing, just like we're doing today. There are a lot of black Buddhists, a whole lot of them. As weird as that sound. A lot of us haven't even heard of Taoism, but there's black people that practice Taoism. Black people that worship East Indian gods, like Rastafarians. They worship East Indian gods with an Ethiopian king. You know what I'm saying? We need to put away everything that you was taught, everything that you was taught, everything that you believe in so much, that you believe is so good and shiny. It makes you feel all warm and cuddly inside. You got to put it away. You got to get rid of it. You got to learn to your own customs, which is in this, it's in this book. You got to learn your own customs. You got to learn how to actually be black. Because I know y'all like to say that our oppressor don't have a culture. Guess what? He does. And a lot of things that we do is a part of his culture. You know what I'm saying? From the selling of the drugs, that's his culture. From the doing of the drugs, that's his culture. To the pedophilia, that's his culture. To the rainbow flags, that's his culture. All that is our oppressor's culture. And we take part of it. We are involved in it. I think there was a couple of black names on that Epstein list. You know what I'm saying? But the Epstein list, that's not exactly incriminating. It's just people who went to that island who knew what they did on that island. I mean, there's a purpose why they go to the island, but that don't mean they took part of the purpose. But believe me, investigations are going to be done. It'll be found out sooner or later. But let's continue. Verse 70. For both they and their sons have married with the daughters. All of us have married with the daughters of these evil people. Everybody in the world, with the same reason why, you know what I'm saying, the earth was flooded is because we are marrying these daughters of men. The princes of the power marrying daughters of men. See, I know the Christian church like to teach you that the princes of the power, the sons of God was angels. Nah, they were the chosen people of that time. They were the lineage of Noah. They were Noah's peoples. It was Noah's family, and Noah was the only one that wasn't partaking in it. That's why he got the order to make the book. But everybody else, all his cousins, his aunties, his uncles, you know what I'm saying? They were participating. And they were the sons of men. I mean, they were the sons of God. And they had sex with the daughters of men. Who are the daughters of men? The daughters of men are the Perizzites, the Hittites, the Edomites, the Ammonites, the Moabites, and so forth and so on. Those are the daughters of men. Because they're not of God. God didn't choose them. God only chose us. So no, there's no giants with, you know, the Photoshop giant bones, no. Nephilims ain't giant angels, no. The world was flooded because of interracial relationships, because of swirling, nothing else. Nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. And the holy seed is mixed with the strange people of the land. Like, who has the holy seed? God's chosen people have the holy seed. We went from Noah, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. Let me throw Shem in it. Noah, Shem, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. Then to his 12 sons. That is the holy seed. Go all the way back. Go back further before Noah. Adam. So Adam, Noah, Shem, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. To you. But you want to sow your seed on unfertile ground, on polluted ground, on ground that is so toxic that your children are going to come out, you know what I'm saying, with all type of deviancy in their heart. That's what you're going to choose to lay with, instead of choosing with a woman that, look, she might have her problems. She might have her problems. But you got to have some type of patience. You know what I'm saying? And maybe she might work out those problems. Maybe those problems will heal. Instead of being with a woman that was going to destroy you, guaranteed. It happens nonstop. It's like clockwork. It's like clockwork on some real stuff, man. It's like clockwork. But let's continue. The holy seed with the strange people of the land. And from the beginning of this matter, the rulers and great men have been partakers of this iniquity. Like the people that we look up to, the great men, the rulers, the Nephilims of Black, Hispanic, and Native people. Our Nephilims have partaken in this. Johnathan Majors once partook in this. He was about to be king. You know what I'm saying? Our Bill Cosby's, our Kanye West, our Michael Jordans, all of them are taking part of this. The Nephilims are not just men. Don't forget the women that are doing it too. It's not a gender-based thing. I mean, granted, Black men do it a whole lot more than Black women. Black women, Hispanic women, Native women, they are incredibly loyal. They stick with us through all the nastiness they see on these. Like, Black women, they love entertainment news, and that's where a lot of the anger comes from. You might want to tell your woman to stay off entertainment news. You know what I'm saying? Because they get involved in it like it's their life. Just stick with your own people. That's what this is about. You know what I'm saying? Should I read any further? No, I'm going to stick right there. But just understand this, that our rulers, our great people, you know, so many of, I know I said I was going to move on, but hold on. You know how many politicians are interracially married, especially if they're Black? A lot of Black politicians deal with the swirl. A lot of Black politicians break the Most High's law, but we look up to them. A lot of our great men do this. A lot of our great women do this. The lesson is, don't be looking up to them. They have a certain job to do. Don't look at our entertainers as they're some type of leaders. They're not. Don't look at our politicians as if they're some type of leaders. They're not. Don't look at your clergymen as if they're some type of leaders. They're not. You know what I'm saying? Look at the men of the Isupk, because we're the only ones following God's laws. We're the only one following God's laws. So you would never see a brother, a priest, or prophet that is in the Isupk newly married a heathen. You will never see it. He might have been married to one of the in the world, but we're not like them purple dudes. We ain't going to tell you to ruin your family. You know what God put together, let no man tear asunder. Guess what? We all know you ain't meant to be with her. Let God do the ripping apart. And it's crazy. The way God rips people apart, it'll be so sudden and painful for somebody. But such a smooth transition for the other. And that's a beautiful thing. So you keep your husbandly duties to that heathen woman that you came into that you didn't know. You didn't know no better. You didn't know no better. But you still have to be a husband unto her till she God will rip her out of your hands. God will rip her out of your life. You know, there's so many times she could hear you disrespect her nation without chucking the deuces. Nobody can listen to that but football. You know what I'm saying? But let's drop that. Let's get to let's go a chapter over. Let's go to 9 and 7. First Esdras 9 and 7. Man, may that brother Johnathan Majors, man, may he understand. The Most High probably showed him some little bit of mercy, man. Yeah, he lost some movie roles, but you know, Megan Good's like the queen of Black B movies. Like, you know what I'm saying? She gonna hook him up with all type of Tubi movies. Watch. My man gonna be the Tubi god. And he's gonna bounce back from the hell that oppressor brought him through. You know what I'm saying? Where am I at? First Esdras 9 and 7. If you're there, read along with me. You know what I'm saying? First Esdras in the Apocrypha, like I said earlier. Well, I never typed it on the screen. My bad. If you're on YouTube and TikTok, you know what I'm saying? If you want to catch up with the scriptures I'm bringing out, go to YouTube and TikTok. It'll be in the live chat. It'll be on the Facebook. I mean, not in TikTok because I can't type on TikTok. But on the Facebook and the YouTube. It'll be on a live chat. Okay. First Esdras chapter 9, verse 7. So Esdras arose and said unto them, ye have transgressed the law in marrying strange wives, thereby to increase the sins of Israel. See, that's another thing you don't understand. Your sin just doesn't affect you. It increases the sins of Israel. See, the Most High is the God of us as a nation. And our individual sins affects us as a nation. You know what I'm saying? If we follow God's law a long time ago, we probably be out of this mess that we're in now. And plus, let me explain on a more common level how your sins might influence, how your sins affect the nation, right? You got to remember, the Most High is slow to anger, but he's definitely going to get you. So you out there, you're doing whatever you're doing, and some young impressionable brother that sees you doing this and seeing nothing happen to you, he might be impressed to do the same. So you're bringing down a whole nation by your sin, by impressing others and teaching others to do the same. For example, the Christian church teaches the law that's done away with. So they are impressing people to break God's laws. It's the same thing. Your sins is destroying the whole nation. That's what you need to understand. Let's continue. And now, by confessing, give glory unto the Lord, our God, of our power. Like, that's what you need to understand. Now that you know better, do better. Do better. Now that you, Johnathan Majors, now that you got out of that situation, come to realize what you're dealing with. Come to realize what you're doing. You need to understand that this woman that you got now is a woman of your bloodline. She's a woman of the seed. I believe she's a a woman from the Bahamas, a Bahamian. That's what they call them, Bahamians. Megan Good is a Bahamian. She's an Island girl. She's a Benjamite. Hold on, let me take that back. Some Bahamians could be Ephraimites. Some of them could be Reubenites. They could be Seminole. But that's who you got. You got a person of your bloodline. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. Verse 9. And do his will. Understand, this is the Most High's will, right? And separate yourself from the heathen of the land and from the strange women. That's God's will. God's will is for us to join together and love each other, man. God's will ain't for us to be marrying and giving all our love and our wealth and our interest and our time to women who don't deserve it, women who will probably take it and turn it against your whole nation. That's not what it's here for. You know what I'm saying? That's not what it's here for. You are here to straight up and down love your people, right? And I want to end that one right there, right? Let's go to Numbers 25 and 6. Oh, let me type it in. Numbers 25 and 6. Salaki, y'all. This coach kind of beat me down. But it's cool. I got some soups. As soon as I end this class, I'm going to tear down some soups. I'm going to get it in with some soups. All right. Numbers. Chapter 25. Verse 6. Hold on. Do I want to start up higher? Actually, we're going to start with 1. We're going to start with 1. Numbers 25 and 1. Give you a whole background to it. Right? We got a little bit of time. We got about 20 minutes. All right, Numbers, chapter 25, verse 1. And Israel abode in Shittim, and the people began to commit whoredom with the daughters of Moab. Once again, you see that this is an interracial relationship going on again. Once again, we're out here breaking God's laws, loving these heathens like we are doing today. Every time we do it, the Lord's wrath comes upon us, and we end up in captivity again. Y'all don't see the connection. There's a world war going on. If y'all continue in this route, we might be open praying in this joint another 400 years because y'all don't want to put away these women or these men or their ways of life. Let's continue with that. Verse 2. And they called the people unto the sacrifices of their gods. So we started, worshiping Buddha and, whatever their gods was at the time. I know Buddha wasn't around back then. But we started worshiping Buddha or worshiping other gods that ain't our gods, right? And the people did eat and bow down to their gods. We ate, we prayed, we bowed down to their gods because we were weak. We were loving the heathen just like we do today. Y'all bow down to their gods every time you get a Christmas tree. Every time you buy gifts and celebrate their holidays, you're bowing down to their God. Every time you cook food for Thanksgiving, you're making food unto their God. You know what I'm saying? Every time you buy your woman a gift for Valentine's Day, you're buying a gift for their God. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. Verse 3. And Israel joined himself unto Baal Peor, which is a false god, right? And the anger of the Lord was kindled against Israel. So the Most High gets his anger is kindled. Like these hard-headed, stiff-necked, you know what I'm saying, cussing us out. And Israel joined himself unto Baal Peor. Oh, I already read that one. Verse 4. And the Lord said unto Moses, take all the heads of the people and hang them before the Lord against the sun. And the fierce anger of the Lord may be turned away from Israel. So, some heads got to roll. Some heads got to roll because y'all want to break the laws of the Most High. If it wasn't for our oppressors' laws, that law would probably be upheld today. But our oppressor would not allow that. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. And behold, one of the children of Israel came and brought unto his brethren a Midianitish woman in the sight of Moses. So he got this Midianitish woman. That means a woman that dwells in the land of Midian, right? She's obviously not an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? And in the sight of all the congregation of the children of Israel, which is an absolute sin. If you got a woman that is not of your nation, you can't bring her to the Passover. You can't bring her to the cookouts. You can't bring her to any high holy day or remembrance and observance. You can't bring her to none of that. You can't bring her around the congregation, period. Keep her at home, have her doing dishes or whatever. But don't bring her around us. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. And in the sight of the congregation of the children of Israel, who are weeping before the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, like the people who are seeing this, son came about them. Now they starting to cry because they know what he just did was something crazy. They know what he did was something crazy. Let's continue. And when Phineas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron, the priest, saw it, he rose up from among the congregation and took a javelin in his hand. Now, this is a son of a prophet. This is a son of Aaron. Took a javelin. You know what a javelin is? A javelin is a weapon. It's a giant long spike that you're able to throw. Hopefully you hit somebody. If you do hit them, you completely impale them, right? And took a javelin in his hand. And he went after the man of Israel into the tent and thrust both of them through the man of Israel and the woman through her belly. So the plague was stayed from the children of Israel. It took that man to die for the Most High not to just put some damage on the whole nation. It took the Most High to see that we all was against what he was doing. That there was still hope in us. So when y'all see Umar, I know Umar, he's an idiot. He don't know nothing. When y'all see him being angry about swirling, you better respect it. Just respect the fact that I know he's an idiot. He ain't nobody that's supposed to be leading. He ain't no teacher. But just respect what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Respect what he's doing. Because what he's doing is right and perfect. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go to a couple more scriptures. Let's go to Ezra 9:1. Oh, damn, I haven't been. Let me post them up. I've been slacking on this. I've been typing it in, but not showing them. All right, let's get with it. Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. Now, when these things were done, the princes came to me saying, people of Israel, and the priests and the Levites have not separated themselves from the people of the land. Oh, I already read this part, didn't I? Right? But let's continue with it. For they have taken of their daughters. Oh, hold on. Let me start it back. Have not separated themselves from the people of the land, doing according to their abominations, even to the Canaanites. Like we were doing what they were doing. We were celebrating their holidays, eating what they eat, doing the things they do. You know what I'm saying? All their cultural, you know what I'm saying, practices and the things that they did that was absolute abominations. That was against what we do. We participated. And a list of nations: the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Perizzites, the Jebusites, the Ammonites, the Moabites, the Egyptians, and the Amorites. For they have taken of their daughters for themselves. Like the men kept to themselves, and for their sons, so that the holy seed had mingled themselves with the people of the land. But we were giving our sons to them. We were giving our sons to mingle with. That's no, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? And that's probably why our women are least likely to do it than the men are. Our women will stay with us. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. The hand of the princes and the rulers have been chief in this trespass, like we were saying before. They have been chief in this trespass. You know what I'm saying? Those people that we looked up to, they're the ones that do this more than anybody else. And we end up doing what they do, following their leader, even though they're not leaders. You know what I'm saying? And when I heard this thing, I rent my clothes, my garment, and my mantle, and plucked off the hair of my head and of my beard, and sat down astoned. Like he was in shock that we are doing this again. He was in complete shock about it. You know what I'm saying? Upset about it. Let's drop down to verse 11. Let's drop down to verse 11. Verse 11, which thou hast commanded by thy servants, the prophets, saying, the land unto which ye go to possess it, we read this before, don't this sound familiar? Is an unclean land with the filthiness of the people of the land, with their abominations, which have filled it from one end to another with their uncleanness. Now therefore give not your daughters unto their sons, because you're giving your daughters unto their filthiness. You're giving your daughters unto their uncleanness. You're giving your daughter unto their abominations, right? Neither take their daughters unto your sons, because that's what you're giving your son. You're giving your son something unclean, something unworthy, something nasty. Let's continue. Salakia. Nor seek their peace with their wealth forever. And that's the thing. When you're marrying them, you're darn near begging for their peace. And that's where the pride comes from, because you think when you marry them, you think that you are accepted within their world. You will never be accepted into their world. You will never be accepted into their way of life. Never, ever, ever. Let's continue. Forever. So we ain't supposed to be seeking their peace. Hold on. Nor seek their peace or their wealth forever. We ain't supposed to be seeking their wealth. A lot of us only marry them for money. A lot of us only get with them because, it's tax time. A lot of us get with them for the wrong reasons anyway. And a lot of them get with us for the wrong reasons too. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. Oh, it's like a wrong spot. All right. Forever, that ye may be strong. Listen, this is how we're going to be strong as a people. I'm going to end with this joint. Leaving them alone is how we will be strong as a people. The reason why we weak now is because we want to be like them. We want to do what they do. We want to celebrate what they celebrate. We want to eat what they eat. We want to be like them. We don't want to suffer with each other just so we can build a nation for our children. That is our major problem. That is our major problem. We're not willing to go through this hell together. So we seek peace with them. We seek their wealth because we are weak. Let's continue. that ye may be strong and eat the good of the land. So we can eat the good of the land, man. So we can have, like, let me go carnal with it for a sec. A lot of us believe we are eating fake food, fake fruit, fake meat, fake everything. We don't trust nothing that is on the planet. Know why? Because you know we're not in control of it. But you're not willing to suffer with your people to make sure that we're able to. Like I seen a video today on TikTok where a brother owns a farm, but he having problems hiring black people to help tend his farm because there's a stigma about farming for black people. We all know what that stigma is, and that's understandable. You know what I'm saying? That's the pain we have to go through. But let's continue. And the abominations have filled it from one end to another with their uncleanness. Oh, I already read that part. Be strong and eat the good of the land, and leave it for an inheritance to your children forever. We have nothing to leave our kids. You know why? Look at Oprah. I mean, not Oprah. Look at what's her name? Serena. The most successful black female athlete with some rich dude. I think he owns Reddit or something. And when she dies, guess where her life earnings are going to? It's going to her white husband and her little white children. That's who's going to get her riches, not her people. And that's why we should not be seeking their peace or their wealth, so we can stick together, suffer with each other. Don't be scared to suffer. Don't be scared to hurt. Everybody say they love each other till it's time to hurt. Don't be scared to hurt, man. And with that, I'm going to end the class. I'm Priest and Officer with Dr. Recall Ariar, here up out of the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge under Commander General Johanna. You know what I'm saying? And this was the ISUBK Brotherhood class. You know what I'm saying? And with that, I'm going to end the class. Shalom. And how about Shem Yahweh Shabbat? And don't forget to pay your tithes. And don't forget to pay your Passover fee. Passover coming up April 20th, man. We have a whole week planned full of activities, man. And as long as you pay that $200, you get into everything free. From the kids' party to the black party to all types of after parties to the Passover, Feast of Unleavened Bread. It's all going down. You just got to be there. And with that, shalom.